What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls Podcast. Coming to you live from our studios here in the West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck. You can follow me on Twitter at Bulls_Peck. Joined by my guy, Big Dave. BAWL Sports. We are CHGO_Bulls. Our guy, Kevin Wells, sitting in for young Joseph Spathis on the producers' controls.
Yeah.
What up, Kev?
What's up, boys?
All the vocal tones are back.
What's going on?
All the dulcet, deep tones.
Oh,
1K Dub and back in the building.
Nice to get a rare, no game night show when the rest of the humans are here at the office and seeing some of the lovely, friendly faces that we don't see working on these graveyard shifts.
Right, we haven't seen Kev, man. And Kev, you usually got a hat on, dog. You went with no hat today?
I'm showing off the cut, I think.
Man, it looks good on you, man.
Thank you, bro.
It's a good look.
Appreciate it. Yeah.
I dig it. Not
Appreciate
bad.
it. Yeah, I am usually wearing a hat, come to mention it.
Yeah.
Not bad. It's not
You
a bad look.
got a good head of hair to there, buddy.
Man. Yeah, not
I
a
like
bad
your
look,
Bulls
man.
hat you're rocking, too. That's pretty nice. I've never
Thank
seen
you.
that
Not
logo
bad.
before.
Not bad at all.
I'm trying to minimize the amount of actual Bulls gear I'm rocking these days because I'm so sad about it. I actually told, it's like my family, we do like Secret Santa among the adults, parents, siblings, like one person gets a few gifts for one person instead of everybody getting gifts for everybody. So everybody, like if they want something or a couple of things, like here, make a wish list on this, Secret Santa website that we use.
Okay.
And I specifically wrote, because all of my family members, whichever one ends up getting me for Secret Santa every year, it's like, well, at least one Bulls item for Matt. A hoodie, a new hoodie, a shirt, a hat, whatever. I said on my wish list, do not buy me any Bulls gear because this team does not deserve it right now. I am boycotting spending my money on this team right now, and I don't want you spending your money on this team right now.
Boycotting for his family.
That's right.
Nice. That's very kind of you, Matt.
But
you can still buy me Bulls gear, though, guys. I'll happily take it. Yes, I will.
Does that mean Jordans, too? No Jordans on the table?
Good question.
Well, yeah, I haven't bought any new ones since I once again became sick of this team and feel like they're failing us as Bulls fans.
I need
your
strength, man. I need that strength.
I know it's tough. Shay Dog. That's right, Shay Dog in the comments. It's therapy time.
Therapy time, baby.
Cameron, what's going on?
Welcome in, guys.
Jordan saying, fire sale season.
Come on in, guys. Happy
Villa
to see
saying,
you.
what up, my people? Thank y'all for hanging out with us on an early show. Nice to have an early show.
Early.
We got some fun stuff to talk about today. The in-season tournament advancing without the Bulls participating. We'll get to that. The Bulls have some makeup games added to their schedule as non-participants of the knockout round. Some thoughts on how we thought the first group stage part of the in-season tournament went. And then some thoughts on Zach LaVine, who had another rough night last night against Boston. Whether or not it's in this team's best interest and maybe his to just sit Zach until this trade thing happens, which is
spicy.
a while. And then there was also some interesting stuff about the trading strategies of this team today. Trading Zach and maybe waiting a while to do anything else. We'll touch on all that. The first thing I did want to touch on, though, Dave, is giving a shout-out to all the people who showed us love, showed all the CHGO shows love today when they opened up Spotify, the Spotify Wrapped time of year, which is always cool. I don't know about you. I'm a big Spotify user.
I am.
I listen to my podcasts on Spotify. I listen to music on Spotify.
Yeah.
And so end of November every year, Spotify makes this little, story for you about all the most music you ingested, the biggest podcasts in your podcast feeds. And as people who host a podcast, it's really cool to see people out there showing us love, to be like, I listened to this many episodes of CHGO Bulls. I listened to this many tens of thousands of minutes of CHGO Bulls. And it is one of those crazy reminders that are always nice to be like, wow, there are actually that many people out there in Bulls Nation who listen to us like that. And that's really cool.
The first time we started getting those when we were doing like Locked On Bulls.
Right.
And I was like, wow, like that's a lot of people. And then we started getting them here, and I'm still like, wow, that's a lot of people. Like, I'm shocked by it every time. Like I say, my brain doesn't think anybody ever listens to or watches anything we do.
Right.
I always think it's just one person, me, Matt, Will, and K-Dub. Like, that's it. There's only people watching this, and I never think that. So to know that people not only like it, but really respect it, and look forward to it, and can't wait to listen and can't wait to watch, and always telling me how it makes them feel. Like all the DMs I get, from people, man, I've got some really like heartfelt DMs about this show that we do here. Yeah. And it's like, wow, so it really blows me away. So yeah, seeing those Spotify raps are just awesome. Keep them coming. Keep sending them. Yeah. We love seeing this stuff. And we are just really appreciative of y'all, man. Seriously, and very appreciative.
It's cool to also see the other members of the Bulls content community in these people's Spotify rap. Some of shout out to our guy Troy.
Shout out
down in Australia, who now has also himself joined the Bulls pod family. He's made his own podcast. Shout out, listen to our guy Troy's pod. Yeah. But Troy tweeted at us, and I love his top 5 podcasts. You ready for this?
Oh, come on with it.
Number 1, CHGO Bulls. We love you, Troy. 2, our guy Hayes, Chicago Bulls Central. 3, Locked On Bulls.
Shout
Hayes
out.
and Pat. 4, C-Red UK. Shout out to our guys Matt and Neil. And 5, the Bulls Talk Podcast.
Does dude like being in pain?
That is what?
Does he like being in pain?
Yes.
Oh my God,
clearly.
Man. Holy smokes.
Clearly. That's a lot of Bulls podcast being ingested.
It's a lot of sadness.
Wow. That's a lot, man. And a bunch of great ones, too.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Our people.
Our people. Yeah, we rock with all
Bulls
of them.
Podcasters. We rock with all those
Been
cool
on all
people.
their shows, and they've been on ours. Like, yes, wonderful decision. But wow, that's a lot.
Like you said, Kev, it's people who just can't get enough pain.
Yeah, man.
But
Julia,
just wanted to shout out a few who were, popping up in our Twitter mentions today. Coach Dame, thank you. Samity, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, thank you. Mikey B, thank you. Brett, thank you. CVISN, thank you. Everybody who was throwing us some of that Spotify rap love today.
Appreciate it, man.
We love right back to you because you are crazy Bulls fans like us.
Yes.
And it's crazy that you listen to us that much.
Yeah, man. And we appreciate it. And we like speaking for, on behalf of you all, I should say. Not for you, but just on your behalf. And getting this message out here and having our finger kind of on the pulse of Bulls Nation and what they kind of feel. And how, whether it's good or whether it's bad.
Right.
We're going to try to have our finger on the pulse. And usually it's exactly how we feel, about it. So we appreciate, that you guys just want to continue to listen and watch us. And promise you this, we just not going to stop. We will continue to be here. We will continue to do this every single day, man. We will be here for you guys, providing that therapy.
I saw that you had a response on Twitter. Was it last night or this morning when we posted last night's episode? Brandon on Twitter, maybe?
Okay.
Who was like, I can't believe you guys are still doing these post-game shows like in the season like this.
I think that was today.
Yeah. And he responded like, yeah, we're here.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to be here.
I was like, when you're Bulls therapist, you're always open.
always on the clock.
Always on the clock.
We don't need a punch clock.
That's right.
Because we're always on the clock.
That's right. We don't need it. Ever. Kids don't even know what it is.
Shout out USA Men's Basketball Coach of the Year. What?
It's not a thing.
Who let that happen?
It's not a thing.
Who let that happen?
It's not a thing.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. Listen, I wanted to wear shorts, Mr. KX. When I walked outside and saw it was 42 degrees, I almost went back in and put on some shorts. I really did. But I didn't have time.
Yeah.
That's the only reason, because I've been running all day long. I didn't have time.
I love because I saw 43 and sunny when I looked at the weather before I headed out to come to the office today, and I was like, oh, 43 and sunny. And then I just put on a light jacket as opposed to my medium winter heaviness jacket that I busted out for the first time a couple days ago. And for you, it's like shorts?
Yep, that's all I was, bro. I walked outside.
Okay, no.
I felt that on me. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, no, I'm in a rush. I got to go. I'm in a rush. I got to go. Man, look, if it's like this again tomorrow, which I'm sure it probably won't be because it's Chicago, but you might see me in them. You might see the gams, man. I'm sorry to leave y'all gamless.
They can always come out.
Sorry to leave y'all gamless.
You never know.
Here, man. You know they always want to be out here for y'all. You know to see it, but the fan is right here. The air conditioning system is right here. It's going to always be here cooling off your boy.
Rolling along. All right, so let's talk about the in-season tournament for a sec.
Sure.
The Bulls mercifully played their fourth and final in-season tournament game last night.
Man.
In case you missed it, it was a real barn burner, guys. I mean, I was on the edge of my seat. Had no idea what was going to happen the whole time. Back and forth game. Just kidding. They lost to the Celtics by 30. So with that, first, I guess as far as how it affects the Bulls, their schedule, real simple. They have a couple of games added in with other teams that didn't make the knockout stage.
Okay.
As you see there, I think this came from NBA PR, and then Woj tweeted out, last night when the last games went final. We have our first put it in when the other better teams are playing in the tourney date, December 6th, when we host the Charlotte Hornets, 7 p.m. tip-off. And then December 8th, 2 days later, Bulls go down to San Antonio to play the Spurs, 7:30 Central tip-off for that one. So, I mean, I guess, Dave, for Bulls fans who are looking at the schedule ahead, as this team has sunk from 5-13 to now 5-14, and you saw that schedule in the first half of December that looked pretty horrifying. Hey, now we get some games against Charlotte and San Antonio thrown in there. So it looks a little less scary.
Well, the good thing about this, one, we finally get to see Wemby. I'm excited about that. So we get to see Wemby play, and I just always just want to see that. You don't want to miss a chance to watch these generational players. So yeah, I'm excited. I got to see him. It was fun.
Tank for him.
Yeah, wasn't gonna happen, but it's good to see him, and I'm excited to watch him. So that's one cool thing about it. Charlotte, it's never a blowout against Charlotte when we play them. For some reason, it's always a close game. I think Charlotte has more. Well, not might. Charlotte definitely has more young talent than the Bulls have.
But sadly for them and sadly for all NBA fans, the recent news: LaMelo Ball,
correct,
severe ankle sprain.
Correct.
He's going to be on the shelf for a while, including this game the Bulls play against Charlotte in about a week's time.
Correct. And I was about to say, like, it's always weird because stuff always happens to his ankles, like in his lower extremities. Hello, sound familiar? But something always goes down like that, especially, and he was playing so well, honestly, for the team, man. Like, he was really getting down for them. But they still have a lot of young talent in Brandon Miller and those guys. So I'm interested to see, that dynamic because, honestly, Brandon Miller could be the guy of their team, So that should be interesting to watch. But, yeah, I mean, cool 2 games, just – to keep us going along, and things like that. And that's all it's going to do. And then we'll get back, to the beatdowns that we got coming.
Good stuff. Sports Chicago style, the comment said, in-season tourney don't care because they ran up to score and hurt our feelings. I hope you said that in a mocking typing sort of way because we saw both DeMar DeRozan and Billy Donovan take issue with various things that were done because of the rules of how the in-season tournament works. Which we can get to in a second, but real quick. So looking at the actual quarterfinal bracket that is set now for these teams that will host the quarterfinal games, the teams with the higher seeds, and then semifinals and finals being played in Vegas. In the West, you've got the number 1 Lakers, whose season seems to be struggling, but somehow they found a way to get the 1 seed in this in-season tournament.
Congratulations.
Taking on the Phoenix Suns, who are getting healthier. There's your reward, Lakers, for getting the number 1 seed in the in-season tournament.
Yes.
You got the Pelicans 3 going to play the Kings at 2. Over in the East, Knicks versus Bucks in the 1v4 matchup, and then Celtics, who spanked the Bulls' ass last night to secure their spot, going to the young upstart Pacers in the 2 seed. Quick glance, Dave.
Sure.
Of these quarterfinals, which of these teams do you think has what it takes to go the distance and win this tournament that means nothing?
The Lakers, I think, and I'm going to say Pacers.
Yeah?
I agree with you. Pacers are balling.
Yeah, I think so. Tyrese Halliburton is just
okay. Do you know? God. I saw this. I think it was maybe the NBA, or now it's called the Dunk Central Twitter account.
Yes,
maybe.
it is. Yes,
I saw it somewhere in my feed this morning. Hallie is averaging nearly 26 points a game, over 11 assists a game, and he's shooting 50, 40, 90. But significantly better than just 50, 40, 90.
Yeah, nowhere close
he's
to 50, 40, 90. He's not scraping
50, 40, 90. He is 25 and 11 on 50, 40, 90.
Yep. Doesn't turn the ball over either.
2020 draft class.
let it go. You got to let go.
Damn you!
You got to let it go, man. It's over. It happened.
The Bulls were circled to get him in so many mock drafts, too, and they were like, nope.
They wanted Pat.
Nope.
And that was the COVID year. You know what I mean?
He made so much sense for that roster.
That was the COVID year.
Yeah.
Oh, a roster that despeitely needed a point guard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, man.
Yeah.
He
It's
was in
funny.
like every mock draft ever, and they're like, nope.
But I
Pat
understood
Williams.
why they didn't. I do understand why they didn't. It was because they got Lonzo and they were still believing in Kobe. That's the reason they didn't. And I get that. And they definitely needed a wing. Bad.
Well, unless they were so sure with their tampering that they were getting Lonzo.
They were sure.
Okay, well, I'm
Got
just
him
saying.
at 501.
I'm just saying they like the 2020 draft happened, and then they signed Lonzo after that. So they weren't, or maybe they were.
Bro, they were sure.
I mean, they did. They did get hit with a draft pick
501.
fine.
Yo, 501, Matt. 501.
We don't need Halliburton.
Right.
We're getting Lonzo.
They knew what they were on. I'm telling you, that was the reasoning. That was the reason behind it. They knew they were getting Lonzo, and they wanted to still believe in Kobe.
Right.
Why not both?
I know it's logical. I get it, but I'm just telling you that's what their reasoning was. Like that was it,
Yeah.
and they liked a wing player. They really.
Yeah.
Carter Shows has shown that he likes those long, athletic guys. You know what I mean? Look at Julian Phillips. Like it's who he likes. So I'm not surprised that they took him. You know, I was surprised because I never really heard of him like that. It was surprising for me in that sense, but I understood it why they passed on Halliburton. But now you look back and you're like, God damn, don't do it. And you're acting, like my man Matt over here.
I can see that. That Indy team is just, I mean, they don't play a lot of defense, but man, they can score points.
They can score, though.
The other thing, I agree with you. I would not be surprised at all to see the Lakers win this.
Yeah.
Because it means nothing, but to LeBron, it will mean something.
That part. And that's why I picked the Lakers. Because it's the first one ever, and it means winning something, and it means I will have something that no other the greats before me have. I've got this cup. So, and I'm the first one to do
the
it.
first one to win the NBA Cup.
First one to win this cup and get $500,000 for everybody.
And guess
on my
what?
team.
If we maybe go to the play-in tournament and, maybe get out of the play-in tournament and go to the playoffs and it doesn't go well for us, it's okay.
It's all right.
Because I got my cup.
Got the cup. Pour my juice in the cup.
Yeah.
And drink it on and dry my tears with that $500,000.
Yeah.
That I'm gonna be getting right there. Yeah, I just really believe he's going to really be playing hard for this, man. For that reason, if anybody cares about legacy, it is that young man.
Yeah, if the Lakers get to the semifinal and then the final,
Yeah.
LeBron, 45 minutes in those games.
Oh, my
he's
God.
putting everything into those, and then
All of it.
he's going to be exhausted, and then he's going to be like, trade everyone.
He's going to go down. I hate this guy. Move side. Him too. Get him out. And he's going to get in who he wants. We'll deal with that later.
I love this Israel in the comments. Let's go. No Bulls game tonight.
Hey,
yeah.
Shout out. Thanks for being here
we
on
can
No
have
Bulls
ourselves
Game
a nice
Night.
peaceful evening.
Thanks for being
where the
here.
Bulls don't make us hate them and ourselves.
It's wild because I still love you, Chicago Bulls. I do. But this is honestly what love looks like because love is honest. You got to be honest about things, guys.
Yeah, there's a certain toxic level of codependence that exists.
Oh, we call it toxic. Your love
Yeah.
is toxic.
Yeah.
Wow. But I love you. I do. I'm going to be with you. I
You know
love
what?
you dearly, but I'm going to call you.
It's another way to say it. I love you Bulls, and I will always love you Bulls. Well, maybe not always. Honestly, recently, I've had my doubts. I'll always love you. I don't always like you, and right now I do not like you.
That's fair. I can't argue that.
Don't you say something like that?
I say that all the
about
time.
people?
Yeah, all the time. I love everybody. I don't like everyone.
There you go. That's how I feel about our Bulls
That's how
right
it is.
now.
You got to earn like, man. Love is given for me. I love everybody. But
true.
like, you got to earn that, man.
True
Straight
statement.
Got to earn it. But I like Matt. And I like you too, K-Dub.
I appreciate you. I've never heard that before, but I know where you're coming from.
No, it's true.
It took me a little bit of thinking there.
Yeah. No, my love, I love everyone. I really do.
Yeah.
It annoys him.
It does. Because I love a select group of people. And I dislike most people.
I think most people fall into
People
what
are
you're
the
talking
worst.
about. I think more people fall into what you're saying than
Yeah.
Dave, for sure. But
Oh, yeah. No,
It's good quality, Dave. I think that's very admirable.
Well,
I'm glad that you like me.
Yes, very much.
That
man.
means
You're a good
a lot.
guy, man. You're a good guy.
Definitely gotten me out of a tight jam here or there. It's okay. I'm friends with this really friendly guy. I might be an asshole, but I'm friends with this really friendly guy.
Oh, you with him?
Oh, right this way.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because it's true.
It's funny because it's true. All right. Well, so we'll see what happens with this in-season tournament. The championship games, the semifinal game in Vegas. Yeah, we'll see.
We'll watch.
Okay, real quick before we move on. Do you have any suggested rule changes, assuming they do this again next year, with at least with how the group stage worked? Because I know some people took issue with point differential, the fact that maybe there's an unfair advantage for teams playing their last group stage game after other teams have already played theirs, so they have maybe an advantage of knowing the point differential they need to reach in their final game.
Yeah.
Don't know how the league might go about fixing that.
I don't know if there is a play-in kind of scenario for this tournament, but I think that would be cool. Like kind of a play-in.
A play-in for the in-season tournament.
A play-in for
How
the
many
in-season
Leo
tournament.
DiCaprio levels of Inception are we doing
I
here?
think that would be kind of cool. Honestly, I do. Like a play-in, like for teams in there who are I don't know. I don't know how you do. I don't know how you work it out. Maybe teams who are tied or something like that, like they play in and whoever gets it, like forget saying point differential and stuff like that. Let them play it. Let them play it out, and if they get it, there you go.
And then what if the actual play-in tournament at the end of the season to get into the real playoffs has a mini tournament to get into the play-in tournament?
Oh, now we're getting Leo on it. Now we're getting Christopher
a
Nolan.
late-season, in-season play-in tournament.
The Christopher Nolan levels are high,
Dude, like,
right about now. But that
I think Adam Silver somewhere just became like partially erect just by thinking about that.
Oh my God, I've gone cross-eyed. But that and the courts, you got to change the courts somewhat. In a sense of one, they're way too slippery. I'm saying every time I watch a game,
Why are
somebody's
all these
slipping and
courts
falling
slippery?
down, man. Something's got to change with that. I know you guys want to change some of the color and the hue of the kind of the things on the floor, like the Bulls court.
Well,
just
some
a
of the
little too
courts I
red.
like, and some of the courts I think are like,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think the ones that most people like, or like you and Will, I shouldn't say most people, like you and Will like, are like just the regular gray,
Right.
black,
Yeah.
simple courts. You know what I mean? There's nothing a lot going on.
Yeah.
I like the colors, but I think some of them, they could have leaned on other kinds of color, like the Knicks court.
Yeah.
Like they leaned on the blue. I thought I should have leaned on the orange or the white. I really do.
Yeah.
I thought that felt more hometown
Yeah,
advantage.
it was a little too Boise Statey.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure that college over there has dibs on a court that blue.
Correct. So that I would change, but I think they will definitely do something about the point differential. Just seeing how the Bulls reacted.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jamoy Fowler in the comments just said Bulls will make the league change the rule single-handedly. How ironic! It happened to be our team. Maybe the point differential thing is not quite as streamlined as the NBA was hoping, because they basically just took this format from European soccer.
Correct.
That's what they did.
Yeah.
And the point differential thing for some of those European soccer tournaments is like, okay, well, all those group stage games are happening simultaneously on the last day of group stage play. You can't do that with three groups in each conference that have 5 teams each in them. Because with 5 teams, you can't have, 3 games, 2 teams each playing all at the same time for the last play-in game. It doesn't work that way. So some teams played their final play-in game, or not play-in game, their in-season group play game before other teams.
Okay.
So teams like the Celtics last night, and I think maybe Warriors-Kings was another one happening on the West Coast, came into that final game of theirs knowing we need to win this game by this many points to get in. The teams playing previously to that did not.
That's fair.
But I don't care.
But I also want them to change the point differential because your best players shouldn't be playing that late in the fourth quarter when the game is already over.
The otherwise seemingly pointless injury risk definitely is another reason why.
Watching Jaylen Brown take that hit in his knee when I believe it was Kobe White diving for the loose ball.
Right.
I mean,
I'm sure Celtics fans were having a heart attack in that game last. Bulls fans were laughing.
Yeah.
Like, wow, this is really happening.
Because we had
if Bulls fans
dog
were
in the fight.
on the other end of that, which I know is hard to imagine these days, but say we're the team up by 28 or 30 trying to cement our in-season tournament spot, And you know, our versions of Tatum and Brown and Horford are out there playing late in the fourth quarter of that game.
Yeah.
Bulls fans would have a conniption fit.
Correct. You're absolutely right. No, they'd be going, and I would be one of them having it because I don't want my best players out there. I want the ice bags on the knees with them chilling. So, yeah, they got to do something about that because all it takes is one of those injuries, man, for that to occur. Just one of those injuries for that to occur. And then they're going to be like, oops. So let's get out ahead of it. I mean, you get out in front of it before a bad thing happens, man. Let's do something about it.
88 Keys 44 saying, not a huge fan of the point difference thing. The best players are far too likely to hurt, to get injured. So agreeing with you there. I obviously understand that. And so if they do make an adjustment to try to minimize that risk because of the point differential and the importance of it, you saw Joe Mazzulla employing a hack-a-shack strategy last night for the sake of getting themselves advanced in the in-season tournament.
Correct.
Which, again, as a Bulls fan, thought it was hilarious. Then when our coach whined about it, I thought it was even more hilarious.
Yeah, a little bit.
You got a problem with the unwritten rules or the actually written rules of this new tournament, don't get your ass kicked.
Sounds simple,
Running up the score, it's not classy. It's not what the sport is about.
Kind of is.
Try not getting your ass kicked.
It is what it's about. It's the in-season tournament, baby. That's what it's about.
That's what it's
You're
about.
professional basketball players, bro. Like, you guys are all making millions of dollars. You're going to complain about that? Come on.
Come on, K-Dub. Give it to him. Give him a little bit, too.
It's annoying, man. You guys can't complain. You got 5 wins.
Yeah.
And 0
Or
wins
is
in
it
this
6?
tournament.
I'm sorry. I lost count.
No, it's 5.
I can't
it's
count
5.
that out.
You didn't miss one.
You're right.
Oh.
It's
You're right.
5.
And also 0 wins in this in-season tournament.
On pace for 21 wins this year. Love it.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Yikes.
Good job.
All right, let's take our first ad break. We'll come back and dive into some Zach LaVine talk. Bulls fans, things are dark right now.
Oh,
things are
yes.
dark.
Yes.
While we're sharing these words from our present sponsors, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button if you're watching along on YouTube. We greatly appreciate it. It helps us out a lot. And if you aren't already, go ahead and subscribe to the CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Big Dave.
I'm not even going to set him up. I'm just going to go to it. K-Dub.
What's up, Big Dave?
What time is it?
Game time. Who?
Yeah, boy.
That's
Come on with this.
I wasn't going to miss it this
Come
time.
on with this,
I was
man.
not going to miss it this
I
time.
just picture him at home doing push-ups. Just saying, game
ready.
time who?
He's
Game
ready.
time who? I'll be ready.
I saw you guys on the schedule a week ago. Marked it down in my notes.
He was on it. He
coming
was
in like
ready.
Steve Kerr off the bench.
That's right,
Ready
man.
to shoot.
You give it to me, Michael. I'll be ready.
Catch and shoot.
You give it to me, Michael. I'll be ready.
If he comes off, I'll be ready.
I'll be ready. You shouldn't have to worry with buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all your sports, music, comedy, and theater events nearest you with killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their best price guarantee. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It is not the place. It is the place to find last-minute seats. Find exclusive flash deals and sponsored deals on tickets for football, basketball, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and much more. With zone deals, you pick the section, and Game Time does the selecting. For an average savings of, drumroll Matt Peck, 18% savings!
Hey-oh.
Save you some money. Nothing wrong with that. And the Game Time guarantee means you'll always get the best price possible. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with the Game Time app. Download that app, create an account, use the code CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem that code CHGO. $20 off is what your beautiful self will receive. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because Matt Peck, what time is it?
Game time.
Ready.
Today's CHGO Bulls also brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook.
DraftKings.
In the NBA, the game can change in an instant.
Like that.
Especially if it's an in-season tournament game. Never know what's going to happen. Unless it's Bulls Celtics. Then you for sure know. Which is why I made a nice chunk of change last night. Betting on the spread of that game at DraftKings.
How many times has he said this?
No matter the action on how the action unfolds, you know DraftKings Sportsbook has your back. This week, new customers can score 150 instantly in bonus bets just for betting $5 on NBA basketball. It doesn't matter the bet. Take an over/under, take a spread, take a player prop, put $5 down, and you're getting that 150 in bonus bets instantly, whether or not the bet hits. You get it just for making the bet. You want to do that anyway. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code CHGO. Again, new customers can get $150 instantly in bonus bets just for putting a $5 bet down.
Say word.
Only on DraftKings Sportsbook with code CHGO. The crown is yours until LeBron wins the in-season tournament, and then it's his. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Belongs to me. All the gold.
I'm the cup champion now.
That's right.
A little bit of breaking news here from Shams. Golden State Warriors guard Gary Payton suffered a torn right calf, will be sidelined indefinitely.
Damn.
That's a bummer.
He was already injured.
Yeah.
Wonder if that kicks up the trade market a little bit.
He's been injury prone in the early part of his career, which is a
huge
bummer.
ones, though.
And like played a huge part on that Warriors chip team a couple years ago.
Huge injury, putting him out for the year kind of injuries. Oh, that's tough.
That is a bummer.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. What a great defender he is. Man.
Warriors are going through it right now.
Having a tough time.
The press conference that Warriors fans are freaking out about, where Steve Kerr and Bulls fans have their issues with Billy right now. Warriors fans seem to have their issues with Steve Kerr because he was explaining why Moses Moody was not in the game late when Klay Thompson was on the floor, and Klay Thompson's playing like ass right now. Klay Thompson's playing like a Chicago Bull right now.
Ooh, that is not a compliment.
It's not. Speaking of Chicago Bulls playing like ass,
Yes.
let's talk about Zach LaVine.
Why not?
So I thought that we should discuss this because I know some Bulls fans have been thinking about it and talking about it recently. And I think after last night, another bad loss, an 0-4 road trip, a daunting schedule ahead, the fact that your VP of basketball ops finally, a couple days ago, comes out and says, yeah, I see it. I see what y'all see. We're going to address this. Just hang tight. I'm paraphrasing. That's basically what it was. If that is the case, and personnel are the changes that are on the not too distant horizon, Zach LaVine in previous reporting being the biggest chip that is likely to be traded away, who has not played great this season, has especially not played great since all this trade news broke, and he insists it wasn't going to interfere with the professionalism, and they're all out there trying to win every day. And now battling whatever this nagging foot soreness injury is that once again caused him to leave last night's game in the third quarter after scoring 2 points on 1 of 9 shooting. I'm not saying I fully support this idea, but I think it's within the realm of sanity instead of insanity to address it. Is it in the team's best interest to just sit Zach LaVine down until they find a trade for him?
No.
No?
If he's hurt, okay, fine.
What if he's hurt?
He's not feeling well. He's not, he can't go and do the things that we know Zach LaVine to be able to do. Okay, that's a different story. But if you're asking me just to sit him because of a trade, no, I'm not doing that. You're not going to get what you want in this situation. All right, this ain't James Harden here. Now, I'm not going to do you like that, bro. Sorry. You're going to get out there and you're going to play. And you're going to play for this team. And for me, and I can understand the reasoning people might want to sit him, one, avoid the injury, but two, seeing him on the floor not performing at his best, lowering his trade value, doing things like that. I completely understand that. I don't fall for that tactic. That is bullshit. Sorry, I saw James do this. I watched this movie already. All right? You're not going to fool me with that. I know what you can do. I know how good you are. All right? We get this. He is skilled, Matt. This is a skilled ball player. It's a 50, 40, 80 guy. It's a 2-time All-Star. All of a sudden, I can't make layups. All of a sudden, I don't know how to dribble anywhere. Well, he wasn't a great dribbler. But all of a sudden, you know what I mean? I just don't know the game like that. No. Zach LaVine has always been good. So if that kind of player is on my team with that kind of skill, you're going to get out there and you're going to suffer this with everybody else. And fine, if you want to get out there and look like that, then you're just going to have to get out there and look like that. Because I remember what happened last time when you got benched, when you got out there and you went 1 of 14 and you got benched. Did you feel good about that? No, you didn't. Because it feels like you still on that, right? Feels like you're still tripping on this. You don't feel right about it. So I don't care about that, bro. You're going to get out there. You are going to play. Go ahead and go 5-21 for all I care. It's not lowering your value, in my opinion. These teams know who you are. You're not going to come up here and lowball the Bulls on this. They know exactly who Zach LaVine is and what he brings to the team. If you're telling me he's healthy, but he's just playing bad, for me, as a GM that wants him, I'm just thinking, oh, man, he just needs to change scenery. That's it. Let me get change scenery. Let's see where he goes. He hasn't been an issue, a cancer, or anything like that, Matt. So unless you're James Harden level cancer, I don't think I'm going to sit you, bro. You got to play.
I have a bit of a counter argument to that.
Hit me with it, Matthew Pat.
And shout out to our guy Fish in the comments.
Shout out
who
Fish.
Said, if you bench him, you've lost him, and he's still in the locker room.
That's a great point.
My counter argument, you've already lost him. So what does it matter? My inclination is to believe that Zach LaVine would not mind claiming a foot injury, having the Bulls make sure that whatever, fake injury, tanking test the league's running these days. They do it like this.
Move right there.
They do it like this. Make sure that their bases are covered, that they can't get caught. Put in some doctor's report. Look, his foot's got an owie on it. There's a bone bruise. Whatever. Make some shit up. Zach looks like he doesn't want to be here, so don't be here.
Yeah.
Zach looks like he doesn't want to play, so don't play.
Yeah.
Kev, if you have that quote from Zach LaVine after their game last night, I think, in case you missed it, it's an interesting one because he's trying to say all the right things still. Zach was asked after last night's game, do you think this season is still salvageable? Zach's answer, this is a quote from Casey Johnson on Twitter, LaVine, you got to go out there and play, man. You got a lot of season left. You don't play the scoreboard. You look at the standings, obviously, but you try to win every game you step into, and that's what we're going to try to do. What I read to myself when I read those words out loud, knowing they're coming from the mouth of Zach LaVine, who recently basically requested a trade, was lie to the press, lie to the press, word vomit, lie to the press. This is all bullshit. Does anyone believe him saying that? Does he even believe it when it's coming out of his mouth? It's clearly a lie. He is checked out.
Yeah.
So why play him? Because I'm guaranteeing you, he doesn't really feel like playing all that much either until he gets that change of scenery he wants so badly.
Show me the picture again.
It's that Magic Johnson video. I ain't going to be there.
Yeah, that
Right, that's exactly what he's saying.
That face right
now.
there.
You look at him. Come on,
That face
man.
right there, man. That's the I ain't going to be here.
That ball is
face.
not even out of the net yet.
Right.
That ball is halfway down, and he has his back turned to the ball.
The funny part about that picture is when you expand it out, it's Patrick Williams who he's looking at.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about this.
Give me a
Saying that right there. Yeah, he's checked out. For me, I'm not rewarding the fact that you quitting. Sorry, not going to reward you because you feel like you're gone and you feel like you checked out. Fine. Be checked out while you on the floor then. Make yourself look even worse to people. I don't care. You're not going to control this. You can't do this right now for me, dog. That's not how my brain works. You going to call my bluff on something? You know what I mean? You can't outslick a can of oil, bro. Like, you can't do it. Like, I'm going to match your crazy with more insanity. You're not going to out crazy me. Something that my pops used to always tell me all the time. You can't out fool a fool. You know what I mean? You can't out clown a clown, man. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do those things. So I don't care how you sitting there acting, though. I really don't. Like, you're still, even on a bad day, you're still better than whoever I got in front of you. Who's better? Even on a bad day, who can I point to? I'm not even talking about your starting lineup, your DeMars.
Right.
I'm talking about when you take him out and you're putting somebody in, who's better than Zach LaVine?
Well, are you asking that for the sake of a team trying to win games and put the best players out there? Because if so, then I think you're asking the wrong question.
As opposed to?
The season's over.
Uh-huh.
Why are you caring about putting your best players out there? It should be about giving some more minutes and a chance to develop to some of the younger guys who you might decide to keep around in a rebuild, which is what they should be doing.
They're going to do that anyway when the trade happens. That's going to occur. Like, we're going to see those guys get those time and get those minutes. And those losses are still going to be there. The losses are still going to happen, all right?
They're doing a pretty bang-up job tanking already.
But that's my point.
But at least it'll be different, and you might see a little bit more effort out there.
Yes. And first of all, dude, the most fun I've had watching a Bulls team hasn't been a victory. It was watching them in the fourth quarter with those young guys playing, with Patrick Williams at the small ball lineup. I had a ball watching that team. I had a ball.
And see, that's the thing. The whole if you just sit him and don't let him play, you lose him, but he's still around. He's in the locker room. It's only going to make things worse, friction wise, team chemistry. This team has no team chemistry.
In fact,
shocking headline news, breaking news: the trip to Nashville didn't work, y'all. They're not all best friends because they're playing like ass and they're losing a lot, and no one's happy when that's happening. So just take Zach. You rest that foot. If you want to rest that foot away from the team, go ahead. Players nurse injuries away from their respective teams all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. And I'm sorry. And that's why I think it's at least worth, the proposition of, might this be the best route to say Zach, just sit? Because guess what? It is evident to any Bulls fan who watches Bulls games and know what a Bulls team that cares looks like and a Bulls team that doesn't care looks like. And if your star player who has basically requested a trade and is lollygagging his ass up and down the court for the last 8 games, how do you expect any of the people we do maybe still want to see out there playing every night? You have that, the turd in the punch bowl every game if he's out there playing.
Who puts a turd in a punch bowl?
Mean people.
Seriously. Why are you at my
mentally
party?
ill people.
People Big Dave doesn't like. That's
I don't like those people.
You still love them, though.
I still got love for you because obviously something's wrong and we should talk about it. Something's wrong. We should have a conversation.
Shout out Coach Beard from Ted Lasso when they're debating whether or not to bring a player into their team. You say you haven't watched it.
I haven't watched it yet, but go ahead.
Yeah, just Coach Beard. I can't remember the actor's name. Brendan Hunt, something. Chicago guy. He refers to the player as a poop in the punch bowl. Weighing the pros and cons. So, he's an incredible soccer player, and he's a poop in the punch bowl.
Got you.
In the locker room, he's a poop in the punch bowl. Zach's already that. And this team clearly does not like being around each other.
Yeah.
They all know that Zach wants out.
Yeah.
Vooch looks like he's checked out, even though he just signed a fresh contract.
Sit him too?
Maybe that's why he looks like he's checked out, because he just got his new. He got 3 more years, $60 million. Great. You can't hurt things worse by just telling Zach to grab a seat. Because I honestly think he wouldn't mind. And then maybe some of the young guys who are still worth evaluating.
Yeah.
Because, this front office is still going to be the ones here doing these jobs, trying to rebuild something new. See if they're worth keeping around by giving them removing a stress, removing a negative vibe from the culture of the team in the locker room.
If you're going to start removing negative vibes, you can't stop with Zach LaVine. That's one. It's a lot of vibes you got to remove, bro. It's a lot of negativity happening. You mentioned Vooch. That's another part of that negativity. All right? God. But I'm not, for me, again, I can't reward quitting. I can't. I can't reward pouting. I can't reward the fact that you just don't feel like it. So I'm supposed to just give you that because you don't feel like it? It's not, for me, it's not hurting my team, Matt.
Yeah.
Because you're already ass. So for me, it doesn't hurt. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't hurt that at all. The James Harden one was a little bit different. James Harden made a stink. All right. He made a clear stink. He went to the whatever place in Texas served the biggest cheeseburgers and put on a protest like you ain't never seen in your life.
You don't call what we're seeing right now a stink?
No, not like James Harden. Oh, my God, no. Oh, my God, no. Not like James Harden, dog. All right? That was a whole nother level, and you know it. Not like that. Because Zach is still talking the talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I just showed you that quote and called out the fact that talk is nonsense. The talk is bullshit because no one believes it.
For me, that sounds like Zach when he's been talking about these teams when they've been ass for years and when they had young players. You could have told me that came out during the boiling season. I'd be like, yeah. It sounds like the same thing he would say.
Yeah, he's at least putting on a professional face.
He has always been professional.
Here's the difference, though. And, Dave, I'm going to use one of your favorite sayings.
Come on with
right back at you.
Throw it.
Zach has always said we're going to come together as a team. We're going to try to win. He's always said this right stuff, the PR kind of stuff. Behind or in front of effort on the court. Whatever flaws Bulls fans have that are valid flaws when they nitpick Zach LaVine's game, the defense, the turnovers, the basketball IQ, the late game decisions, whatever you have never until I think this last month been able to question his effort.
Correct.
I am questioning his effort and saying ain't like doing. I don't care what Zach LaVine says if it's flowers for the press. if he's out there trying. I can still at least respect that.
Sure.
I can't respect saying stuff like that and then putting forth the effort we're seeing from Zach LaVine right now. Because at that point, why fucking bother?
Completely agree with you, but I'm not rewarding quitting. I'm just not doing it, dog.
Send him to the Pistons.
I'm not doing it. I'm not putting you on the bench because you feel like
I
it.
see that. I totally agree with you. You don't want to reward him for this.
You want
you don't want to reward a child, for its bad behavior.
Tantrum?
Yeah, you don't reward a temper tantrum with a lollipop.
Fine, have some more temper tantrums then.
But I like
kick that lollipop out your mouth.
The greater good. The greater good. Don't think of it as rewarding Zach. Think of it as getting this cancer out of the locker room so that the young guys who maybe are given a bigger chance to play, to evaluate, to show what they can do, to stick around for the next chapter of Bulls basketball, don't have to do it in such a negative environment.
And again, I just want to state this is speculation right now of him being a cancer in the locker room.
Yes.
This is pure speculation.
Sure.
All right? This is just what we're talking. I don't want nobody to take this for fact. All right? This is pure speculation.
I mean, we all have eyeballs,
about
don't we?
Zach. But this is fact. Like Harden, we knew. That was stated, and we knew it. All right? This is speculation. I'm not even going to put that on Zach LaVine because he's never, ever been that. He's never done that. You know what I mean? This is the first time I say I want to be traded. And so he's going through the Clutch Sports handbook right about now. Like, what chapter? Oh, this is how I get traded like this. I'm not rewarding that shit, bro. Like, that's just my thing. It's not, for me, it doesn't hurt it because your team still loses often and all the time. I'm petty, Matt, when it comes to that level. I will put you out there for 10 minutes and then sit you for the rest of the game. You know what I'm saying? I would do stuff like that. I will put you in at the end of the game if you want to do it like that. No, bro. This ain't your call. This is not your call. You're gonna get traded. We get that. Nothing you're going to do is going to speed up the process of it. We have to go through it to get to it because December 15th is coming. It's nothing I can do till then. So whether I bench you or play you, it's still nothing I can really do, man. Honestly, until that day comes. When that day comes, we can deal with it, man. If you want to handle it as a professional, handle it as a professional. But all that pouting shit, all the looks, all that other crap, I'm not rewarding that, dog. You better be a player because you're going to get out there and you're going to play. Oh, my God, that's why I'm not a coach. Dude, I swear to God, K-Dub. I mean, these dudes will be playing 5 minutes and I pull you out at the first time out and you wouldn't play again. Like, I'll be doing stuff like that. If you want to act this way, you want to act like a child, I'm going to treat you, bro.
My favorite thing, too, is seeing Zach's preferred destinations. You're going to go where the best package is going.
I don't want to go to New York. Well, that's nice.
Have fun in Detroit. Give us Jaden Ivey.
Have a ball, dog.
We'll take a young point guard.
Kick it in Charlotte for all I care, dog.
I was going to say, have fun in Charlotte.
You know what I mean? Kick it in Washington. Like, I don't care.
I don't want the
Lakers. You don't control none of this.
I don't want the Lakers 2031 first-round pick. You're going to go where we're getting picks in the near future, man.
I want what's best, the best deal possible.
Yes, and you don't have a no-trade clause.
Zach LaVine. If the Lakers are the best deal possible, fine. I don't care. Just give me the best deal possible. But I'm not rewarding that shit at all. It's just not happening. And shout out to Crystal Smith in the comments. Just because vegan is in your name, I'm only shouting you out for that. Shout out for vegan being in your name. I just like that right there. Shout out to you on that, man. Come on, man. Clap that up.
Hi, Crystal. I'm sorry for you.
Crystal, vegan Smith? You want to say the whole name? Respect the name.
No.
I said no.
No. We got to take an ad break.
Oh,
don't got time for that.
That is the best.
We'll take one more break. We'll come back to wrap up with a few more thoughts on Zach and maybe something that was reported about this team's plan as far as trading Zach and maybe the other dominoes that may or may not fall after that.
Yeah.
While we are doing that, you know what to do. Hit the thumbs up if you didn't do so the first time around. We got like over 230 people watching.
Y'all are crazy.
On dinner time, Chicago time. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. But only 40-something likes. Let's get the likes closer up to the number of people watching. Not that hard. It'll take you half a second. Just go click. Today's CHGO Bulls brought to you in part by our friends at Ray Chevy.
Ray!
It's Black Friday savings time at Ray Chevrolet in Fox Lake. That's right. Even still, the Wednesday after Thanksgiving, they're still doing Black Friday savings deals. As one of the top-selling Chevy dealers in the Midwest, you'll always be able to shop one of Chicagoland's largest Chevy inventories. And all month long, you can save big at Ray Chevy during their Black Friday sales event, where you can choose from over 100 Silverados in stock, the perfect tailgating football for all you the perfect tailgating vehicle for all you football fans out there.
Yes, it is.
But that's not all. You can get 0% financing with $0 down and 0 payments until 2024. And you still have one more day to get in on the greatest part, which is free, the free offer of a free oil change if you sign up and schedule your oil change at Ray Chevy by tomorrow, November 30th. All you have to do is mention CHGO when scheduling that oil change. It's a Black Friday offer you don't want to miss, and you can still get in on it today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
Buy with confidence also with that Ray Price Promise. You know what it is. It's the price you see on their website. It's the price you pay when you go into the store.
Shut up.
You go into the dealership, you say, hey, I saw this car for this price on your website. I would like this car for this price. None of this fine print BS.
None of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. That price is only offered to people who are secretly mermaids and mermen. Well, I am not. I have feet and not a fishtail. Well, then you got to pay a higher price. What the hell? Not at Ray's. Not with the Ray Price Promise. Sometimes, if at all that price changes, it's because Ray and his team are going to find you a lower price when you walk into the dealership and get you even more savings.
Ray is awesome.
Visit Ray Chevrolet at Fox Lake or RayChevrolet.com to get your Black Friday savings. They've been serving the community since 1963. Find new roads. You think mer people know how to drive?
That is a great question. Aquaman in theaters.
They make cars for people who need to drive with their hands instead of their legs and
true.
feet for various reasons. So I think a mermaid or a merman could drive.
There was a car made a couple years ago that you could drive on water.
Oh, like one of those duck boat cars?
Yeah, no, like it was like a convertible.
Really?
Like, it was a real car. Like you could drive it on water. I don't know why more people didn't buy it. I don't know why it didn't work.
I know what we're doing this summer, Dave.
That's right. Oh, God. I got to save my money. Shout out King Cap for saying I'm a vegan and a Zach hater. Shout out to you. He wanted his shout out for that, so shout out to you for that. That's wonderful. 50 degrees tomorrow, Julia. Oh, God. The gams might be out. We're just telling you right now, they might be out. Showing you all that stuff right here, and you can get your gams correct at the Midtown Athletic Club, ladies and gentlemen. Get that work in, because it is that time to look your best. The winter time is where you want to get it right, because the summertime is when you want to let it show. This time, you're getting it together. 4 locations they got, y'all. Palatine, Bannockburn, Willowbrook, and the Midtown Athletic Club and Hotel in the middle of Bucktown, Lincoln Park. Matt picks this to report.
Cheers.
And Palatine one has launched a multi-million-dollar transformation of the club, which will be complete in early 2024, in time for all your New Year's resolutions that you want to get together. Club's got something for everybody, y'all. You're single, you got families with kids, you got people making lifestyle changes, or into holistic wellness. They got you covered on all aspects. They have over 100 classes per week. Yoga, boxing, cycling, spin and cycling, cross training, group exercise, high intensity interval training. These aren't gym quality stuff they got. No. These spaces are boutique quality. You better get it right. The super luxe locker rooms with the wet and dry saunas, y'all, and the premium amenities. All the outdoor and the indoor hot tubs. Oh my God. And the Adam Hogue and Carm approved tennis courts.
I think they were actually there today.
See?
Doing some stuff, promotional stuff at Midtown.
Yes, they were. You're right.
I saw some pictures.
They absolutely were there, man. They are all about those tennis courts, and they love them. They talk about them all the time. Herb raved about it when he went up there and visited.
Yeah.
He said, this thing, y'all need to get there. He was like, y'all need to get up there and see what's going on.
If Herb Lawrence endorses something,
yeah,
believe that, man.
You do it. Mario,
smart.
too. Mario, he said it's the place to be. We should get in there, guys. So come on and join us. Head on over to midtown.com/CHGO. That's midtown.com/CHGO. Find out more and to tour the Midtown Athletic Club nearest you, because it's the Midtown Athletic Club. Sweat it out.
Sweat it out.
Get it out you.
Real quick, today's show also brought to you by our friends at FOCO.
Ooh.
Chicago sports fans, get fitted out with the best sports gear around.
Yeah.
It's holiday shopping season. You know you can get your savings. You've hopefully already gotten your Black Friday, your Cyber Monday deals on our CHGO merch locker, because there were savings to be had.
There were.
Now that you've made those savings happen, finish out your holiday shopping at FOCO.com. They've got hoodies. It's getting colder. Hoodies to go with your jeans. Gams are covered up. bobbleheads,
leg prison,
everything in between, straw hats, aloha shirts, polos, bags, whatever you need. If you're braving these late football season tailgates, get layered up, get all the accessories and all the gear you need from FOCO. Shout out to them. They've also helped us decorate our sets here at CHGO headquarters with a bunch of cool Chicago stuff. They showed us some love. They'll show it to you as well in the form of a 10% discount when you put in promo code CHGO10, that's CHGO10, at checkout on all non-presale items. That's 10% off. FOCO, FOCO.com, promo code CHGO10. Ray, I am not a closet vegan, but thank you for playing. Shout out to Dwayne Knight. Appreciate you for tuning in. Glad you liked the show. Is it just because this Josh Giddey rumor / headline is going around that Bulls fans are now talking about a Zach LaVine for Josh Giddey trade?
I'm not doing that either.
No. Let's all wait and see what happens.
Yeah.
Before we kind of talk about that as if it's something that we can feel at all good about.
Again, if it's one thing the Bulls have on their side with Zach LaVine, it's time. There's no rush to do this. Okay, if you don't want to do it in December, look at January. You don't want to do it then, wait till the trade deadline. You got time.
Clearly, the front office's line of thinking for a year and a half now. However, there are some of us Bulls fans who are concerned with the fact that the longer they wait, the more the trade value goes down. I don't love it.
They're going to still want him, bro. Like, playoff teams still are going to want Zach LaVine, especially when it comes up during trade deadline. When that comes up. And please, he has Rich Paul. He will be just fine.
I think that point is definitely one that maybe is being a bit overlooked.
Man.
Oh, God. I'm still stressed about it.
I see.
The other thing, along the lines of Zach LaVine and trade talks, this is a little bit of a new wrinkle that came out earlier today from NBC Sports Chicago's Casey Johnson in his column. In case you missed it, there was one paragraph in particular that sent a lot of Bulls fans running for the hills or grabbing their torches and pitchforks. I fell into the latter category. If you missed it, here's what it said. Only Zach LaVine and Kobe White remain from the roster Karnisovas has inherited, and trading LaVine is the main organizational focal point for now. In fact, leak sources said that, at least for now, Karnisovas is responding to inquiries on other players by saying he wants to see what the roster looks like post-LaVine trade first.
Okay, what does that mean to you?
Well, first and foremost, what it means to me is that AK, despite the fact that he said publicly yesterday, I see what you all are seeing, I don't believe you. Because if you see what we're seeing, you also know and have admitted to yourself, finally, that you need to tear this shit down to the studs. To the studs, all right?
To the what, man?
If you have job security, good for you. Congratulations. If Billy Donovan has job security, good for you. Congratulations. If all we're changing is the roster, then change the freaking roster. Why do you need to see a sampling of games after you trade Zach LaVine before deciding whether or not you want to trade the other key pieces who you will get offers for?
Maybe he thinks they can still make the playoffs.
Shut up. Shut up.
He's right.
I bet you that's what he thinks, though.
He's exactly right. That has been his mind state from the beginning, dog.
We're going to trade Zach LaVine, but we're going to continue building around DeMar and Vooch.
Yeah.
Are you fucking insane?
Yeah.
Have you lost your mind?
Reading between the lines, that's what it sounds like to me.
Read between the lines, man.
Get out my brain. Yes. Yes. And I'm sorry, Crystal. You keep saying don't trade Zach. It's not that. It's Zach has requested the trade. It's happening. You know what I'm saying?
Go to the conference. Go to it.
You know what I mean? Like, it's happening. Like, we gotta accept this reality. You know, it's not like whether you want to trade him or not, or it's bad, good idea, however you feel. He wants it now. You know, like he wants it, and the front office is going to give it to him. So it's going to happen. That's what it is. Now, with that point, I completely agree with Kevin. It's what I have felt for the past few weeks, to be honest with you, Matt. This team does not want to rebuild at all. They want to retool. They want to reset. They don't want to rebuild. They even want to tear it all down. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel. And the other thing, I don't know if I want to trust this dude rebuilding my team.
No, for sure not.
I don't know
but
if
I
I
guess
can trust that.
I mean, it's not like Bulls fans have any say or power over that.
Yeah.
He's
true.
under contract for several more years. We all know he got a secret extension.
A what extension?
Secret extension. We all know that ownership is overly loyal to the people they hire to work in their front office.
They can hear
Just kidding, it's not a secret. They can hear us. I know I don't trust this Bulls brain trust to go through this next rebuild.
Yeah.
No. All evidence points to the contrary.
Yeah.
All evidence points to Bulls fans should have no faith in them launching something completely different and new.
Yeah.
Because this first experiment went horribly. Mm-hmm. But my God, if we're stuck with these people organizing this next rebuild, I don't want them to miss out on getting legitimate assets back, because they're getting trade offers for guys that are on this roster right now, but he wants to see what it looks like after Zach before engaging in trade talks with other teams for other players, whether it be DeMar or Caruso or anyone else. Tear it down, set the ashes on fire, and take what you can get.
That man said, wait, hold up, Kevin.
Yeah, I said
He's
That
upset.
man said-
Nah, he's upset.
He said, set the ashes on fire.
that's right. That's what I said.
Oh, my God, boy.
I stand by it.
Hey, no, that was amazing. That was amazing.
And then,
man.
sell the plot of land.
Right.
But, well, one problem at a time.
Oh, my God. That man set the ashes on fire. The shit that's already burned, burn that too. That is the best. You hear me? He is the best. Oh, my God. That is brilliant stuff.
I mean, I didn't go full Shooter McGavin. I didn't say that I was going to burn it down and then piss on the ashes.
Piss on the ashes. But to
That's
burn
what
them
you wanted
again,
to say, though.
well, fair.
I read that today and I thought, I knew I was questioning the foresight and intelligence of the people running this team. It's what we do as Bulls fans. It's the lot we're stuck with.
Yeah.
That, to me, made no freaking sense. None. And I think every Bulls fan who freaked out about that today, you are absolutely within your rights to freak out about that. Because what you finally admit, we finally hear the architect of this busted-ass building tell us all, I see it. This thing is crumbling down. It's like, yeah, we've all been trapped in the basement for 2 years now. Thanks for finally seeing that. Yeah. I'm just going to replace this one window up in the attic and then see for a second longer before I, sell the rest for parts.
Yes.
No. Why?
And also, again, Chris, he said it. Like, she was like, show me the video, show me the proof. Shams came out when this began and said Zach LaVine has requested a trade from the Chicago Bulls. He said he's allowed them to engage in trade talks with other teams. Like, that's what this is from Shams.
Because it came from Shams, that means it came from Clutch.
Boom.
If it came from within the Bulls, then it's a local Bulls beat reporter breaking that news.
Correct. This was not.
It came from Shams because it came from Clutch. Zach wants out.
He wants out, man. And the way he's looking, you can see the way he's playing. He wants out. It's going to happen. So, yeah, it's going to happen. Now the question is the rebuild or the retool. That is honestly the question of what they're going to do. Burn it down, and then burn the ashes again, or just keep the foundation or a little bit of what remnants of it, a couple of pillars, maybe like Patrick Williams or Kobe White, and then go with the young guys like you got Julian Phillips and my man Dalen Terry, and just see what it is, or Sonogo or whoever, and then just see what you have in that sense. But
man, let me see Justin Lewis. I'm a little biased.
Oh my God,
no, let me see Justin Lewis, man.
I've been wanting to see Justin Lewis for 2 years. He's always hurt, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah.
I think he is healthy
He
again
is
now?
healthy. He is healthy now. We haven't really heard, from him what he's doing in the G League. I haven't really heard anything.
I love that
Dude,
guy. Shout out Marquette.
Give me 60 games of Bateem just launching threes.
I'm with
At this point,
I'm with it.
just tear it down and let Bateem dance on the ashes while he launches a bunch of threes.
Yeah.
and throw lobs to Julian Phillips, please. We are not 20 games in, and that's what I'm asking for. And that is,
It's the most fun I've had was watching a team was that 5-man young lineup, and I was upset when he took Patrick Williams out the game. I was like,
Right.
I'm having fun. What are you doing? Patrick Williams looked the most engaged I had seen him all season.
it's like,
He
yeah.
looked engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, because playing this position means everybody has to come through me. Oh, well, I can't just lollygag and talk to people. I got to do stuff.
You sure still can dribble the ball off your foot, though.
Oh, God, his left hand.
Real well.
My gosh.
Real well.
What is wrong?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
like, again, just like you finally admitted it. Go through with it.
Yeah.
There, again, no half measures. This is like, you know what? MJ realized he was starting to lose his hair a little earlier on. So what does he do? He shaves his head. He looks like a badass. None of this LeBron just slowly getting a larger headband and shifting it further up his forehead and further up his forehead and further up his forehead. Just admit it, okay? Shave the head, start over with a new look instead of this embarrassing process of like playing out the final strings and delaying the inevitable. Because that's what we've already been doing. I'm sick of it.
It's going to happen. And I'm excited for it to happen, yo. I really am. I'm excited for it to happen. Get these trades, get these draft compensations going. And, yeah, let's keep it moving, man.
Israel
still
said he thinks a Benny the Bull trade would get us a haul. Maybe we got to think outside the box.
I don't know.
I
I don't
don't-
know. Old Benny, maybe.
That is the one thing that Bulls fans still have.
yeah.
Our mascot's better than your mascot. And now he was new Benny.
Okay. He's solid.
He's learning on the job.
He's solid.
He's learn-
there it is.
he's learning on the job.
On the job.
He's learning on the
We're
job.
giving him time. We're
Yeah.
giving him time.
Shout out to Druish. Thanks for tuning in. He said, appreciate the therapy as always. See you tomorrow. Parentheses, I hate this.
But we love you.
So
for
do
being
we.
here.
And we love you.
Thank you.
That's it. We're out of time. Thank you to y'all for tuning in. Thank you for hitting the thumbs up button / please do it now before you head out if you haven't
Mr.
done so
Johnson.
yet. Shout out also to our guy, Kevin Wells, for sitting in the producer's chair for
Hey,
Joey
busy.
today.
Pleasure as always, boys. This was fun.
We miss you,
As
man.
fun as we could make it.
Come
Fun as we can
hang
make
out with us on random game nights if you're not
That's
doing
true.
anything.
That's
Just
true, man.
because, we're
I would
here.
love to. I'm always watching the Bulls. Even
Misery
when I'm at
loves
home,
company,
I'm
buddy.
always watching.
Misery loves company.
Yes, come watch Matt be miserable.
I'll bring him some hats
Sight to behold.
as I go pick up the one. He
Follow Big Dave on Twitter, Bow, BWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO _Bulls. Y'all go read Will to Go Gottlieb's column that he
Yes.
put out earlier today, allchgo.com.
Yes.
It is fire emoji, fire emoji, fire emoji, several more fire emojis.
Yes.
Dude.
Dude.
Tomorrow, Bulls back in action. Bulls, Bucks.
Bucks.
I will not be here.
He
I
won't.
got other stuff going on.
But guess
Dave will be here with a fill-in guest.
Yeah. Get ready to see red, guys. That's all I'm going to tell you. Get ready to see red all night long. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I can't wait.
I'm gonna need someone to sanitize my chair before I come back into
I'm going to
the
sit in
office.
the chair. Don't worry about it. I'm going to sit in
Okay.
it.
All
I
right.
would not do that to you. I would not do that to you.
Yeah, Bulls fans, you're in for a treat tomorrow night's pre and post game.
Oh, I can't wait.
We'll talk to you soon. Appreciate it. Hang in there. See Red be good.
Peace and love, y'all.
We all silly like the mayor.